Hello, everyone. My name? That's not important. Because what is important is there is a new Resident Evil trailer out right now. This kind of blew my mind. I was at work just scrolling through YouTube and I just happened upon one thumbnail for the Resident Evil trailer. It was just one by itself. I had to look up to see if this was real because YouTube wasn't showing me anything on my feed of the Resident Evil trailer, so I looked it up and lo and behold, there it is. There actually is a Resident Evil trailer. Can I just say though, it is weird that YouTube, I don't know, on my end, YouTube isn't like pushing this trailer out like really hard. Like when I look it up, it's all there. Okay, but on my front page, like the very first thing is like it's not filled with Resident Evil. There's like no Resident Evil whatsoever. Like if this was the Marvel Doomsday trailer out, come on now, that's all that would be on YouTube. And I know just this Resident Evil movie by itself is not the MCU. It's not Marvel. I get that. But everyone's hyping up Zach Cregger. They think he's the greatest thing since sliced bread. Okay, I get it. He's a very good director, and I am super excited for him to be taken over in this movie. So I'm just surprised I don't see much of anything on YouTube at the moment. Okay, I'm gonna shut up and start watching this. Okay, there we go.
Hello? Had a little bit of a problem on the road. I was wondering if I could use your phone. Hello?
Interesting. Classic phone not working. Okay.
Hey, babe. Look, I'm really sorry that we got disconnected earlier, but, some things have happened. I'm in, like, a seriously fucked up situation right now. And it looks like there's a chance that we might not get to talk to each other again.
Whoa.
I just wanted you to know. I love you.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. 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 Whew, boy. What do I say about that trailer? I almost want to say it feels so much different than Resident Evil, but at the same time it isn't because, I mean, this is doing what none of the Resident Evil movies ever did, which is in Resident Evil, for most of them, or at least a good part of the ones that I can remember, you're really by yourself. It's you against a horde of monsters. You feel so isolated and alone. And that's what this trailer just did. It just made me feel isolated, alone. Man, the monsters in this are scary. Yeah, this big slob of a monster. I'm trying to remember if there was ever a overweight, gigantic monster in the games, and the only one I could think of, I don't even remember if he's a monster or he has to do with how much he has to do with the lore. The Duke from Resident Evil 8. The Duke is very, very big like that. The Thousand Hands limb monster. I don't think I remember. I'm sure there is something like that in the game, so that's not a super surprise, but there must be something like that in the game. I mean, they got monsters all the time with eyes all over their body. Why wouldn't they just have monsters with arms and legs coming out all over their body? I don't know. It doesn't feel like Resident Evil to me, but that's not necessarily a bad thing because it still looks fucking amazing and creepy. And in all honesty, this is just a teaser trailer. Like, maybe once I see a zombie shuffle, then I'm just going to be like, okay, I know where we're at. I know this universe all too well. See, that shot right there with all the zombies, that definitely feels Resident Evil. So maybe I just need to see just a little bit more zombie shuffle, and then I'll be at home. I'll be in my Resident Evil universe that I feel like I know. I mean, like a whole another thing about this not feeling like Resident Evil is, I mean, we all know Zach Cregger said that this is not an adaptation of any of the games. This is not an adaptation of any story that's been in Resident Evil that you've seen so far. This is wholly a new story that fits in the universe, I believe. It's a part of the universe as its own story, which is cool and kind of strange because Sony did this exact same thing with Until Dawn, right? With Until Dawn, that wasn't an adaptation of the game. That was a story set in the game's universe, if I'm not mistaken. So I wonder if Sony's going to continue doing these horror movies, if they're going to not redo the game story but make something inside the universe. Did they do that with Uncharted? I don't know. I didn't watch Uncharted, but I did watch Until Dawn. But yeah, that's I wonder if that's what Sony's going to do. They're just going to make movies that are just set within the realms of the universe and not remake the stories of that universe. That seems kind of cool. That seems kind of cool to where they're just like, we don't want to touch the properties of these beloved games that you guys grew up with or you cherish. Like, we're not going to mess those up, but we'll just set something in that universe for you guys to appreciate or hate. That's a pretty cool compromise. But yeah, this new character, I don't know who he is, what his name is. I don't recognize the actor. Him being all alone by himself, perfect. Like, this is not only is it good for Resident Evil, I really like the idea of a horror zombie movie where someone is just by themselves or like with as little people as possible. When you get your Walking Dead's, World War Z's, and you just got armies versus zombie hordes, that's not scary. It's nothing. It might sound fun like in a video game, but on screen it's to me it's boring as fuck. I've always wanted to see like someone trapped in just like a rundown crack house hotel with like, doesn't have to be even be a whole horde. It could be just like 20 zombies, but this one person's by themselves. Use whatever weapons they have, so broken glass bottles and a metal pipe or something, just to try to get through a handful of zombies. I think that sounds amazing, and that's sort of like this, except it's Resident Evil, so it's going to be more than a handful of zombies. But yes, just one person by themselves in a cabin in the snow, probably going down through the cabin to a facility all by themselves, just trying to survive by their own wit. So I'm so looking forward to that here. But anyways, that's it for this trailer reaction. I don't know what else to say other than great atmosphere, great directing, a great setting, just beautiful, horrifying monsters, and without even like really seeing them yet. Just all around, this is what I'm looking for in Resident Evil. This is like 10 out of 10. Even though it doesn't feel too much like Resident Evil, that doesn't matter. It still feels like a 10 out of 10 teaser trailer that I'm like way more hyped. I want to see more of this. I want to see more, and I'm looking forward to that. And did it say it's coming out this year? 9/18/26. Yes. If there are tickets available right now, I am buying them. The second those things come on sale, I am getting tickets to this. Popcorn buckets are being bought. If they do multiple, holy fuck, my bank account's gonna be empty because I am buying all the stupid little plastic trinkets you got. I don't care that they're worthless. I don't care that they're overpriced. Give them to me. I am the problem with the movie theater going experience. I admit it. I am sorry I ruined it for everyone by purchasing the stuff and making the prices get jacked up even more. I'm sorry. I am weak, but I don't care. I am so hyped for this. I'm rambling now. I'm sorry. Bye.